in the air here at New Hampshire. From New Hampshire, once this race continues, things can change in an instant at day 7. Thomas Jowers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day. And welcome everybody to Redlight Racing Series Atlanta 90. We are live from Atlanta Motor Speedway, one of the fastest tracks on the circuit for these guys, probably the fastest to be honest. However, tonight we are in the truck series. And if you don't know anything about Redlight Racing Series, well, it's kind of simple. These guys run a scrambler series. And what that means is it's pretty simple. They run 3 different types of cars. Last week it was the Cup car, then on November 20th, it was the Xfinity car. Tonight is the trucks, the first truck race of the season for these guys. Next week, December 11th, we go to the Cup car once again at Iowa Speedway. And one thing before, you know what, let's go ahead and take a quick break, get our national anthem in, and I'll be right back and we'll explain a little bit more.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Alright, I am back, and sorry about that, I was sending a message. Anyway, so from what I was reading on the update about everything, it's kind of interesting with this series, or with this update coming out tomorrow, with the trucks and all that stuff. If you don't know, iRacing's build is released tomorrow, and there's a bunch of stuff coming out with the build, not only about the global rally cross and stuff like that, which everybody's looking forward to the most, the license for dirt and all that stuff. One of the most coolest things that's coming out is the oval build. And if you don't know some of the stuff that they're putting in oval build, the trucks are being changed. They adjusted the setups and the way the setups handle for these trucks and for all the cars. For example, the trucks after tomorrow, they will be a little bit tighter than normal compared to what they normally are. And it's going to be very interesting to see how this build goes on over time. But I'm looking forward to next week and broadcasting the race. Plus, they got the animated pit crews. I don't know how that's going to work as far as spectating the races go for broadcast purposes, but hopefully it looks good. Anyway, I can tell you that this right now for tonight's race, that this truck will start off on the tight side, and it's going to get looser over the long run. And it is a 25 to 29 or 28 laps or so on fuel. So it's going to be cool to see how these cars go over time and see how much these things change with the new build coming out next week, but tonight as well. We'll be live tomorrow during the build updates as well on YouTube. We'll be testing out the new stuff and stuff like that. We'll be testing out everything, the GRC, the animation pit crews, the builds for the trucks, the cup cars, and everything. We'll test it all out tomorrow. Of course, Global Rallycross and Dirt we'll test out as well. But we won't actually have our next broadcast until Wednesday. for sim racing short trackers. But anyway, a little bit about tonight. If you don't know, we already got a couple guys locked into the chase already. James Skelton, James Heater, both locked into the chase already. But tonight, at the moment, it is James Hudson on top of the standings at the moment, with a little over 7/100,000th of a second advantage on Sean Butler as practice comes to an end. Qualifying about to get underway. Now, this is open qualifying if you do not know. It lasts 10 minutes as qualify or practice comes to an end about 5 seconds or so, and we'll get that started. All right, so qualifying officially underway for these guys. And already, let's hop over. Anthony Ankello rolling out. Actually, let's hop up to that 18. It looks like he's actually the first one out on track. And James Heater already locked into the chase. We'll see what kind of lap he can put down. As he works through turns 1, 3, and 4, and his green flag lap gets started, we'll hop on board. The fastest track we go to, I believe. 180 miles an hour on these turns, and you're going to see even more faster on the straightaway, probably around 190, I think, on the straightaways. 185 on the backstretch. A little bit of a bobble from James right there in 3 and 4. See what it gets to up here on the straightaway on the front stretch. There you go. 180 miles an hour. And he is right now at the top of the board. Let's hop over to James Hudson, who is fastest in practice. Coming out of turn 4, James Hudson will qualify 5th at the moment. He'll shut that truck off most likely. Or is he going to keep in it? He's going to shut it off and reset. DJ Anderson, number 51 tonight. Valvoline Nos Toyota. Out of 4. Cross the start finish line. And DJ Anderson jumps to 10th. Andy Lee goes to the top of the board. Max Terriot currently second. Eric Johnson, James Heater, James Hudson. Tim Blum in the number 10 car. I believe he is getting ready to come to his green flag lap. So yes, this is his green flag lap now. iRacing in that big update. This whole thing's about to change. I talked about earlier on our Facebook, Trackside Racing Network, and some of the updates that they're doing, some of the stuff that's in the build. It's probably one of the biggest, no, it is the biggest that I've been a part of since joining iRacing 2 years ago. And very much looking forward to it. And for anybody that don't know, Tim Blum real fast jumped up to 7th. But for anybody that don't know, it's starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. Brandon Minto in the number 920 car. Trying to stay out in front of Max Terriot and Andy Lee. Looks like Brandon's in an Oklahoma car tonight. He is. Currently 13th on the board. Andy Lee, Max Terriot still first and second. James Skelton, currently 11th place. He just got knocked back a spot. Looks like DJ Anderson jumped up to now. See if James can jump up here. James, of course, last year's season champion, does not improve on his lap time. Number 7, Leo Bordage, or Bordage, I'm sorry. I always mispronounce that. Does not improve on his fast lap, 30.9 that time by. 15th at the moment. William Long is the number 11, Sony Toyota. Currently 17th on the board, as we are just now halfway through this qualifying session. And William does not improve. Brian Phillips, currently 20th. See if he could jump up. He does not. Not just yet. 30.9 that last time by. Back over to the 53. James Hudson, currently 6th at the moment. Does not improve. Tim Blum from 10th. Actually, he just fell back to 11th. James Skelton now in 12th. See if he can improve on this lap. It looks like he may. He does improve. He does not. He jumps up no spots, I don't think. Jack Wells, or Walls, I'm sorry. 7th place right now. 30.516 his best lap. This right here is 30.7, so that does not improve his lap. One interesting thing about this track is you can look here, you can take a look at the weather. It is 84 degree air temp and track temp a little bit warmer than that at 109. You can see that shade when we go into turn 1. Do not be surprised if we see cars starting to migrate up to that higher lane, to the middle lane, or possibly even higher as the 51 gets into the wall coming off 4. Do not be surprised if we see cars starting to move up to that higher lane in turns 1 and 2 and down to the bottom in 3 and 4 to help with the rotation of the truck. They're going to be looking for grip. I know we've seen that last year quite a bit. It was at Texas we seen that. Kind of like this track. But we've seen a lot of cars move up into the shade, and it really helped the higher line come in. Anthony right now sitting in 8th place. Also, guys, we do got a credit giveaway for these guys tonight. The Pole Award winner from Regal Entertainment Pole Award. That will be given away here to the winner of this race. Or, I'm sorry, to the winner of the pole, not the race. I apologize. James Hudson. Still in 6th place at the moment. Remember, he was the fastest that we had in the practice session. And right now, he's still not even nowhere near where he put down in practice. And just in case you all need to know about Regal Entertainment Group Pole Award winner, $10. There you go. Had to get the logo up there. Make sure you check out Regal Entertainment, and that is a supporter of this series and the Pole Award. And right now, Andy Lee's going to have that pole. We got about 1 minute left. There is a James Skelton still on track. We'll see if he can knock Andy off the pole and walk out of here with $10 iRacing credits, which could be big as we see James Skelton get loose and going to spin it around into the inside wall. But William Long. But that could be come in handy for tomorrow with that new build coming out. You can buy the new car, one of the new cars. Well, actually, there's two new cars coming out tomorrow. You got the Dirt UMP car, and then the Ford Fiesta coming out as well. Brandon Minto, he could get 2 laps if he decides to take 2 laps. It'd probably just be a 1-lap thing here for him. Max Terriot rolling back out. He's got about 18 seconds to get around as we watch the 920 work off turn 4. It's a little loose. He does not improve. Can Max Terriot make it to the line before the time runs out? Don't look like he's going to be able to. And Andy Lee will walk out of here as your pole award winner. There's Andy sitting on the... There you go. So congratulations to Andy on winning that. Don't look like anybody else is going to be able to get a lap in, so... no, it will not. 23 drivers making a start here tonight. And this race, only 90 laps, so... Going to be pretty much a dash race like we normally see with these guys. These always do a good job on running these races. Every one of these guys in here know what they're doing, and they always put on a good show. So qualifying comes to an end, and as I mentioned, Andy Lee get the pole. This is his first pole of the season, I do believe, as the gridding has starting to take place. We'll take a look at the grid now. Andy Lee on the pole. Max Terriot will start in second alongside him. Eric Johnson, James Heater in row number 2. Row number 3, we got Sean Butler, James Hudson. Keep your eye on that 53 truck. Jack Walls, Anthony Yankello. Jason Wells, James Skelton in row number 5. DJ Anderson, going to be a little bit disappointed in his qualifying effort. We'll start in 11th alongside number 10, Tim Blum, who's also always fast. Back behind them, in row number 7, we got Dean Hick and Joshua Buckley. Then we got the Chevrolet, Brandon Minto in that 920, and Leo Bourdage in the number 7 Toyota in 16. Row number 9, we got Richard Murdoch in that 01, William Long in that 11, another Chevrolet and Toyota. And another Chevrolet and Toyota, Kyle Souza, Bruce Potter. 2 Chevrolets of Christopher Schidzler, I believe is how you say his name, and Brian Phillips, that number 24 truck. We'll see how he does tonight. Kevin O'Brien will roll off in 23rd spot. So as we get ready to go here, once again, thanks to the sponsor, Regal Entertainment Group, Pole Award winner, Andy Lee, as we start to roll here. And as we roll, I'm going to grab me a drink. Ford Mustang pace car leading the way. I really wish that they would let us paint the pace car for leagues. For iRacing, I think that would be really cool. I don't know how we would do that, but that just seems like something really neat that we could do. Sure, there's a way. As I mentioned, this race is 90 laps. There's just some information about the track. 109-degree track temp. Wind speed, not much of an issue. 3 miles an hour, partly cloudy skies. A lot of trucks making a start. As I mentioned, 23 on the start tonight. Interesting stat about these guys. Every one of these guys but 2 are A-class drivers. So every one of these guys have had experience in the trucks plenty of times. As we get ready to roll here, this will be the final time with this build for this season forever. New build will come out tomorrow. Final time in this build for these guys. Let's see how it goes. Pace car pulls in. The green flag is out. We're underway here in Atlanta. And already that number 18 all on the back bumper of Max Harrop. Remember, we seen Max almost pull off an upset last week by saving gas and couldn't make it to the end. Side by side through 1 and 2. These guys are still side by side all the way for about 18th place. They're side by side. So about 9 rows deep. It looks like Andy Lee's going to use that bottom right now in 3 and 4. Going to help him. Here comes that 33, Eric Johnson on the low side. Johnson in that Bud Light Chevrolet. Trying to get underneath the 42 of Max Terriot as we get ready to go through 1 and 2. Let's see if that high line plays off like we expect it to. Off the corner, it looks like that 42 truck will stay in second place. Over to 33 of Johnson, who's battling alongside now with the 18 of James Heater coming through 3 and 4. And then you got right behind them the 88 starting to pick up the pace here as well. That is Sean Butler as he slides up in front of the 53. Riding on board with Butler. Now you can see that 33 of Eric Johnson still trying to get around the 18 of James Heater. Dilly dilly, Mr. Johnson. It's a good battle right here for third place, and it's kind of holding Sean back just a little bit, but right now the 33 of Eric Johnson is doing a good job. So is the 18. Is doing a good job of not losing any ground to any of these guys. I think right now the 18 may be the one that's kind of a sit and duck. You can see Johnson slowly getting an advantage in 3 and 4. But the run on the high side helps the 18 with the momentum. And he will clear the 18 for now. We'll see if he completes the slide up in front of him. No, he will not. Now he completes it. That's the 83 you see there as well. It's Jack Walls in that black Regal Entertainment Group truck. There you go. Riding on board with Jack. As the 64 of Jason Wells tries to complete the pass. This is for 6th place. We are single file now, the first 5 cars. Pretty much just the only battle on track besides the one a little bit further back between the 920 of Brandon Minto. Now you see the 86 who's starting to make, I'm sorry, the 86 of James Shelton is starting to make his way up. He started back in 10th place as he's alongside the 64. Trying to take away 7th. These guys are doing a good job on being able to race this close with each other, not getting into each other. As DJ Anderson now in that 51, being pushed by Joshua Buckley, who, to be honest, didn't have the greatest qualifying effort in 14th. Didn't have even the greatest practice, but right now he's racing pretty well. He's currently sitting 9th right now in that number 2 Toyota. And he does take it now, so the battle is going to be now with Tim Blum and Jason Wells. And you throw in Anthony Yankello and Dean Heck as well for the 10th spot. Now you got the 01 of Richard Murdoch starting to work his way up. Here comes Tim Blum looking underneath 64 going into turn 1. We are already 10 laps into this race. Remember, we talked about at the start of the show, if we stay green, pit stops should happen around lap 25 to 29. from what we're guessing. And all my information is given to me before the race from the drivers, and that's what they're expecting as well. So it's pretty accurate of what we're thinking. I'm gonna be honest though, if you could push this to lap 30, you could do this on a two-stop race. So this could come down to another fuel mileage race on who can save. And just saying, Max Terriot did a good job last week on saving some fuel, even though he came up short. He saved a lot of fuel last week. We'll see if he can do something like that again. Riding on board right now with the 10 of 10 Blum for 12th. Side by side with the 01 of Richard Murdoch. Up front, Andy Lee still pulling out just a little bit. Fastest last time by was Sean Butler. However, he is still a half a second back from the lead. Single file throughout the entire field. As we look down on what will be the battle between Jason Wells, Joshua Buckley. Remember, Buckley just took over that 9th spot from the 64. It's a great shot of where they're running on track. That car, you just seen it went a lap down. I believe it was James Hudson. He didn't go a lap down. He must have got really loose coming off the corner and gave up some spots. He was actually in the top. Well, remember I said the fastest in practice. No, that was Kevin O'Brien that we seen actually slow on track. He is now on pit road. Anthony Angello battle Richard Murdoch. Right up front of him, you got Jason Wells with Joshua Buckley going at it. Jason trying to take away the 9th spot, and he does take it away. So move Jason back up an extra spot. We'll move back to Dean Heck, who is going at it with the 28 and the 8, Dean Heck and Anthony Angello for 13th place. And that got balanced out pretty fast because I could not get my words out. Anyway, up front, inside the top 5, Eric Johnson. That's Max Terriot in the 42, and then you got James Heater in the 18. And of course, Sean Butler in the 88. We're about 10 laps away before we start seeing, actually a little bit less than that, about 8 laps away before we start seeing green flag pit stops. If guys decide to start pitting early. Oh, a bump onto the 42. We'll see if the 33 can take it to his advantage. Don't look like he's going to be able to get there just yet. Fastest last time by is Andy Lee has extended his gap now out to almost a second. Of course, he was actually the fastest was Eric Johnson, and then James Heater, and then Andy Lee. So these guys, Andy's not actually running too much faster than these guys, but somehow he's still pulling out. That time by he was faster, so it looks like he's faster in general. As we see the 33 get wide, he may be trying to look for some grip here, as the 18 Heater looks low. Not going to be able to get there just yet, but looks like we're starting to see some guys search around for something. As once again, the 33 goes to the higher line in 3 and 4, or at least the middle of the high line. See what the 33 does here. Will he stay to the high side, or will he go back to the bottom? Once again, changing up that groove, going to the higher line, and he is up on the outside of the row. You can see the gap does close quite a bit for him in that number 33 truck. You can see the distance right now. Watch how quick his close is coming out of turn 2. Oh, he may have a run here though. Go back up to the high line once again. Watch how quick his close is up. See it, he's alongside the 88. Wow. Yeah, highline really starting to come into play. Eric Johnson may have found something. As Max Terriot gets around the 88, takes over second. And Sean Butler coming to pit road. Green flag stops underway. See the 86 going down. The 53 down and away. William Long also down and away. So a lot of guys coming sooner than what we expected. That's a lap 22. That's only a 22 lap run. Here comes Max Terriot coming down pit road. Eric Johnson, Andy Lee still out on track. That's interesting. See, if I'm Andy now, I think I got a pit. I don't want to give these guys fresher tires. I mean, we're already 2 seconds slower than what we practiced with. Right now, Max Terriot, DJ Anderson, Tim Blum, Anthony Ankello, Brandon Minto on pit road. 25 looks like he could be coming this time. As nope, let's stay out once again. Top 5 stayed out that time. Jason Wells coming to pit road. There's your difference in tires. Watch the 86 go around the 59. Bruce Potter is yet to pit. And there you go. Basically leaves them sitting. Andy Lee, slow it down. Bring it to pit road. Eric Johnson going to stay out, lead a lap. And he does lead that lap. Still up on that high line too, which I like. The high line's really working for him right now. He may go ahead and bring it down this time. He will. James Heater going to stay out, lead a lap as well. Dean Heck stays out as well. Leo Bourdage stays out. Just saying, if you can make this to lap 30, you can do this on a 2-stop race, which could be to your advantage. He's staying out again. He may try to stretch this to lap 30. Is he bringing it this time? Let's find out. Speed? No, he will not. Now, James Skelton, that you see right here, is a lap down. Sean Butler right behind him. But after all this cycles through, it could go to the 86. Now, this is interesting because Andy Lee, who was your leader before all this started going on, now back showing in 10th. He's about 4 spots behind these guys as we got the 7 coming to pit road. So the 25 was a little bit fresher tires compared to the 86, but it's very interesting to see what's going to happen here as you see these guys going around and getting their last back. Now, I do expect James to be on pit road possibly this time around. It's either going to be this time or next time for sure. There's a little looseness right there in front of Andy Lee. DJ Anderson. The 18 could be coming to pit road. Whoa, there's contact. And yep, he was coming to pit road. Got to slow it down, but there is contact on that truck. And Andy Lee with damage as well from that. You can see it right there. Quite a bit of damage. And that handling of that truck could be going away. And we could look. I don't know whose fault this could be, honestly. I don't want to blame nobody, so the good news for the 18 is he could take a fast repair. It looks like he did already take his fast repair, and we could take a look here what happened. And he actually took 2 tires, which is really interesting. You see right there, trying to get on the pit road, and lack of communication possibly. Anyway, we'll take a break as James Heater out in front right now, right over Sean Butler, right behind him. We'll be right back right after this. Sorry about all that, guys. I was trying to get the wallpaper. I thought I had it already fixed, but apparently not. But anyway, this is the Red Light Racing Series. Out on the track right now, Sean Butler takes away the top spot from the 86. James Heater, who's starting to fall back just a little bit. Meanwhile, Max Terriot right behind him. But Andy Lee, we see him coming into the screen once again. We seen him just a few moments ago with damage. You can still see that damage on that right front. It does not appear it's hurting him too bad. He's actually running faster lap times in our top 2. And right there was more contact right there once again. Between him and the 86. I don't think he got any damage from this. May not even been contact. Don't look like there was. So, Andy Lee trying to work his way back up. We're only probably around, shoot, I would guess probably 10 laps before we start seeing more green flag pit stops once again. Does not take long for all this stuff to cycle through and get mixed back up. But right now, Sean Butler leading the way. He's been out front for a few laps now, 4 laps. But right now, the battle is going to be for second as Max Terriot tries to hold off Andy Lee. Lee coming to the inside. see what that high line does as almost contact made between the two. High line really pays off, or starting to pay off quite a bit. The 88 was doing I'm sorry, who was it earlier? Was it the 88 really running? I believe it was really running a high line and really making. No, it's the 33. Eric Johnson, who's back in 8th right now. As we see, once again, Andy trying to get around into 42. Don't know if he's going to be able to do it with the high line momentum. No, he will not. Let's see if Eric Johnson's actually running that high line once again. Right now, he's trying to pass Jason Wells, who's up in front of him, but right now he's trying to get around to 53. James Hudson. Then you got the 0-1 of Richard Murdoch there as well. Murdoch going under to the inside of Hudson as well. And now Murdoch going back to the inside of 33 of Johnson. Johnson is running that high line once again like we've seen him do earlier in this race, and he's going to be able to take away 8th place from him. Up front for first, Max Terriot to the lead. We see Max running that higher line in 1 and 2, and it worked for him this time as he once again will move up the track and force Sandy to the bottom. The last time we will see this build ever, guys, as I mentioned earlier, the iRacing build gets released tomorrow. We'll be broadcasting it here. We'll actually be broadcasting a little bit earlier as well. As soon as the test drive goes up, we'll be on there test driving it and testing it out. And then we'll get on here and we'll do some races on it and stuff. See how it is. GRC and stuff, Global Rallycross coming out. It's going to be really fun to drive them new cars and test all the new cars that's coming out. Knoxville Speedway, the UMP's coming out as well. For the lead, Andy Lee underneath. Not going to be able to do it once again. We're only possibly about 8 laps away before we see the 86 on pit road. Which, if that's the case, Joshua Buckley with damage. Let's see if he get in the wall. And I think he got a penalty as well for this. Not only for that, but this right here. Watch this. He got in the wall previously, it looks like. Yeah, that's definitely a pit road violation. So he's going to have to come back down. He decided to kill the cone, so he's going to be held on pit road for 15 seconds at least. Right now, Josh Buckley does leave. We got James Skelton, Eric Johnson on pit road. And the 86 slide through his pit box, makes it good. Gonna be okay for now. Eric Johnson down and away, or get ready to be down and away. James Skelton with a kind of slow stop, 14 seconds on the 86, 14.3 on the 33. Andy Lee, Rich Murdoch, Jason Wells on pit road as well. Kind of feel like James Heater, honestly, maybe James here, or even a 7 of Leo Bourdage, may have a chance here with some of this. James took 2 tires, but these guys may be able to stretch it. If they can stretch it just a little bit, there is a chance. There's a chance we can honestly see Leo stretch this out and pull this win off if he can stretch it to lap 60. If he can make it to lap 60, he's definitely good to go. And it could really play benefits to him as the 7 almost gets into the back of the 01. That was a little scary. See the run he was getting. Let's see watch this. Well, the 01 kind of pulls up in front of him, and the 7 had to get on the brakes hard. See the 83 up there as well. I think the 83 now will, Jack Wells already been on pit road, yeah. And then you see the 64 going around, already been on pit road as well. So Leo Bourdage still leading the way right now. He's out by 2.6 seconds now. The top 3, if they could stretch this to lap 60, they will have enough to make it on gas. The thing is, Leo Bourdage, 2 laps more tires than the 18 and the 28. Dean Heck right now is sitting in 3rd in the 28 car. Then you got Max Terriot back in 4th, who has already been on pit road. So that's kind of what we're waiting on to see if these guys can kind of just stretch this out. And if they do, if they should be good to go. If they can make it to at least lap 60, I would guess maybe 59. But it looks like, yeah, no, we got Leo already on pit road now. There's no way he can make it 40 laps. So James here going to take the lead in that 18 truck. Now remember, he actually pitted last time with 2 tires, so he's doing everything he can to stretch this. That's a big gamble to take 2 tires in the middle of a race. Right now his lap time's 2 seconds off of Max Terriot's time. Terriot right now only, he's pretty good ways behind him, 14 seconds. So he's got a pretty good ways to catch it up. As we got to 7, I believe, exiting pit road. Yeah, he is exiting. So right now there's cars spread out all over the track, which is kind of what we expected. I mean, it's not a surprise. Once we hit that first pit stop, it usually changes everything. And here you go. Fresh tires versus no tires, pretty much. 11's just going to drive around. That's William Long. And he's even got a little bit of damage to driving around. So, the 18 and 28, and you could go back a little bit. Here's the 28, trying to make it all the way about 5 more laps. And if they can, they're golden. It's pretty simple. They're going to be good, I think, as long as no caution comes out. Which we've seen these races go caution-free for these guys quite a bit. For the Redlight Racing Series. Tell one thing right now. Watching the strategy that these guys actually try to do is pretty impressive. See the 24, by the way, going around. It's Christopher Schizler. This is the first time I've actually broadcasted him, but I just got to show his car because I've seen it. That's the first time I've actually paid attention to it. And he's driving an old frozen paint scheme. It's the way it feels here now. Pretty frozen. Pretty cool. Here comes Joshua Buckley around the 18. Now, remember, that is fresh tires versus no tires pretty much. He took 2 tires on the first pit stop, so what's interesting is Dean Heck is really closing this gap up on the top spot. And if Dean can get around, it may be his race to lose, which would be pretty big for him, I think. Didn't win a race last season. And he comes in here tonight. Currently, I got the points right here. I believe he is outside the top 20. The standings. He is. I will get the exact place that he's in. Yeah, 22nd right now in the standings. So we'll wait and see, but this could be big for him. But he is on pit road. So we'll see how this plays out for Dean Heck as caution flag comes out. Now this could actually, as Andy Lee. Oh, he went for a ride. Him and the 30 both. Kyle Souza. Oh, man, that's a big hit. Good Lord. Another look at it. Oh, 30 just gets into the wall and comes off of it a little bit. And around he went. Upside down he went. His view. That's something that you don't want to see in iRacing. When you start looking at the sky in iRacing, it's never a good thing. So, he's able to actually keep driving. I think he does have a fast repair. This actually could work out for Dean Heck, though. I don't think he went a lap down. No, he did not. Works out even better for James Heater, but all these guys are going to be on pit road. But it really works out good for James Heater, I think. But Dean Heck, really good right there. Great call by him to come down when he did. Who should actually get the lead. Andy Lee going to be showing 1 lap down. So you see the 28. He's going to keep going around and pick up the top spot. See the 18 sliding into his box. Can't make no mistakes now. So this changes everybody's strategy. Everybody's good to go now to the end. Race off pit road is going to go to possibly the 88. I'm showing James Heater wins the race off pit road. With a 14. No, hold on. Sean Butler apparently wins it. No. With a 13.5 second stop. So the 28 of Dean Heck will get the lead. And we'll take a break. We'll be right back to wrap this thing up here in just a few moments from Atlanta Motor Speedway.
The car behind me is my Chili Bowl midget, the one that I won the Chili Bowl with. And what's interesting about that is it's actually the car that iRacing scanned that's going to be available to all the iRacing members out there.
Welcome back to Atlanta Motor Speedway, what was the former home of the championship race. We're live here for the Red Light Racing Series, about to go back green here in just a few moments. Once again, thank you to our sponsor, Regal Entertainment Group. They was the sponsor of the Pole Award tonight. $10 went to Andy Lee. But right now, it is Dean Heck, and he's only got just a few laps to prove that he's got what it takes to win this race. 26 laps will remain once the green flag flies. That was only our first caution of the night. It is him and Sean Butler up on that front row. Let's find out. As the pace car pulls down the long pit road, the green flag is out, and we're off to racing once again here at Atlanta. The 28 got a slow start. That may be all he needs. No, here he comes back on the inside. These guys are really shuffling around. This has a bad feel for it that something could happen right in the center of this pack. But Dean Heck going to squeeze up in front of the 88 of Sean Butler. Butler goes to the inside in turn three. Yep, turn three. Sorry, my bad, guys. And Sean Butler will take over that top spot. This is going to open up the door now for third place. Max Terriot and Butler's in the grass. To the inside of the 88. We've seen the 88 go to the high side quite a few times, so he's no stranger to running up on the higher line. And it looks like it does not affect him this time as well. You can look at how these trucks are moving back and forth. It does have that feel to it, like something could happen as we are coming to 24 to go this time by. The only caution we've seen was when Kyle Souza got into number 25 of Andy Lee. Andy started on the pole and sent him flying upside down just a few moments ago. Flipped a couple times. For third place, Terriot. And the 18 of James Heater. Something interesting is how much higher Sean Butler's running compared to all these other guys. I mean, that's something that a lot of these other guys are not doing. You would think that these guys would start to notice that and try to start moving up there as well. Maybe even a little bit higher than what Sean's running. You can see right here. Look how much higher he runs compared to these guys behind him. It's a whole nother lane up. And we see him as high as in the third lane at one time as the tires started to get old. Caution's out. As a big wreck happens. Brendan Minto in at the 64, Jason Wells, and Richard Murdoch, and this was a pretty good one, it looks like. Oh, the 0-1 of Richard Murdoch. Let's see what happened here as he went up in the air. Got into the wall, and there you go. And it just stacked up. Everybody else, the 920 to 64. Nowhere to go. So a 3-car pileup here in Atlanta. As once again a caution comes out, pit road's going to be open, and everybody should be coming back down this time. Ooh, a little hit in there getting on pit road. We have one car stay out. The 24 decided to stay out. We'll see how that plays out for him. Race Hall Pit Road. James Heater wins it. James takes 2 tires. Sean Butler off 3rd. James Hudson, 2-tire stop, comes off in 4th. Dean Heck, Max Terrott, Jack Walls, and DJ Anderson, Eric Johnson, James Scout in your top 10. Take another break. We'll be right back. Redlight Racing Series Atlanta 90 about to get back underway here in just a moment as the pace lights are out on the pace car. Christopher Schidzler is up front, starting in 21st place in number 24, Frozen Chevrolet. James Heater alongside him. We'll find out how Christopher does. No tires that last stop, so he needed track position. He got it. However, the 18, 2 tires. 88, 4 tires. 53, 2 tires. 28, 4 tires. So we'll see how this plays out. This could get ugly fast. As the pace car drops in, the green flag is back out once again at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And I don't know why my green flag stopped working. There we go. 3 wide. No tires does not work. Could get ugly fast. James Heater going to go to the top of the board. Sean Butler going to take over second, possibly. Here comes the 24 truck. Falling in line to third. As now the 53 is James Hudson falling in line to fourth. Up front, it is the fresh tires starting to play a factor. Here comes Sean Butler. Sean loved, I think, the idea that these guys took 2 tires and no tires. And you can see it now. He's going to drive around the 18 and to the top of the board. Now he's going to try to set sail over this entire field. As they're 2 wide behind him, about 4 rows deep. No, make that about 6 rows deep. Max Terriot trying to squeeze his way into 3 wide. This could get ugly. A bump for the 51. This has the look to it of a guy on old tires, a guy on 2 tires. It's got to look at something could happen. There we go. The big one at Atlanta. As Max Terriot, and honestly, I don't think it was big as what I may have exaggerated, but these guys, yeah, it's pretty good size. There was some more wreckage that happened in front of this. I'm counting at least 7 cars that got involved, possibly more. The 39 involved as well, the 51. One more look at it. I don't know how the 01 got through this, if he made it all the way through it or not. Looks like he may have. Trying to go back to the replay. Riding on board with Richard Murdoch. Joshua Buckley alongside him. Ooh. He got a little bit of damage, which is odd. I don't know what he got actual damage from. Okay, that's weird. But he made it through the main part of it. As he's coming up pit road. Jack Walls decides to stay out this time. Indy number 83. Regal Group truck. Also, it looks like James Heater back out on track after another 2-tire stop. James Skelton, Tim Blum, 2 tires as well. Sean Butler, James Hudson, Andy Lee up front. And Eric Johnson decided to take 4. Now back to 9th. Sean Butler up to 5th. We'll see how this plays out. I don't know. Jack could be in a good spot here with these cautions that keep coming out now. Once again, guys, we'll be live tomorrow. We'll do it on YouTube. Be live here. As soon as the update comes out for test drive, we'll go live and test some of the new stuff they're coming out with, including the way the trucks and stuff's going to handle. Going to be interesting. A GRC coming out. sit up for this one. This is going to get good here at the end. As the pace lights should be going off this time. They do. Remember, a lot of these guys, two of these guys have nothing to lose. James Scott and James Heater have nothing to lose. They're first and third right now. They're locked in to the champion, or not championship, but to the chase, which starts January 22nd at Homestead. So these guys have nothing to lose. Them two don't. But this could be used for Jack Walls because he's sitting 20th right now in points from what I'm seeing. If he can hold on and get a solid finish, even a win, that's going to be huge for him. Alright, we're going to find out. We're going to have 10 lap shootout. As the pace car gets ready to drop down. And a lot of these cautions are coming from older lap tires versus newer tires. Guys not being patient at all. And that's why we're seeing a green flag back out here in Atlanta. You can see Will Smith on that 83. He's trying everything he can to hold off that charging 86 truck. You got to keep your eye on that 88 as well. I see somebody get the apron back there. Comes the 83. He's got to keep holding that bottom. There's the wreck behind him once again. 51, 11:01. Caution not coming out yet. They are off the racing surface, but it could come out. No caution. As we decide to stay green. The 24 also making a move. He's now up fighting for 6th place, 5th place. Battle for the lead. The 18, James Heater on 2 tires. Trying to hold off Tim Blum, who's also on 2 tires. And the 18 to the lead. The 88 thinking about going 3 wide. 8 laps to go. You see that 88? He's the one that everybody needs to be watching out for. He's got the 4 fresh tires. He is in a hurry. He's thinking about splitting the 83 and the 10 truck. Here on coming out of turn 2. Once again, we got a wreck happening behind him. This could bring out a caution. Caution flag. Race still not over. That was the 7 of Leo Bourdage we seen going around. You can see him now spinning into the infield on the inside. You also the 33 involved, the 2 involved, the 42, the 53, and the 30. A hard hit for that 30 truck. See what happened here. Riding behind the 7 of Leo Bourdage. Did he have help? Joshua Buckley? No, that was the 53. It got into the wall and it stacked up the field. There's your cause of the caution. 53 winner got into the wall. So this changes everything once again. What do you do if you're out there on these tires? Do you come back down pit road? This is interesting. The 18, I think you got to do whatever the 18 don't do. See, I would have came down pit road. If the 18 didn't pit, I think I would have came down pit road. We had one car coming down, that's James Hudson, which he's got damage, so that's not much of a surprise to see that. So it looks like we're going to have about 3 to go. Once we go back green, possibly 4 to go. Depending if we get the lights off the pace car this time by, which we could. It looks like we may have 4. That's what it's looking like. So the next flag is going to end it if we have another caution. I'm liking Sean Butler. If we get a lap or two, Sean Butler may be the one to really watch. And it looks like the pace lights are going to stay on, so we're going to go green on lap 3 when 3 laps to go. So it's going to be kind of like a green-white checkered, but with 3 laps. But I'm liking Sean Butler, honestly. Him and Jack Wells both, I'm kind of liking. Yeah, I mean, you got to give it to the guys that took 4, I think. James Heater, of course, we mentioned him. He has nothing to lose. James Skelton, the 86. Another guy that don't have nothing to lose. He won back at Kentucky. The 24, he may be in a good spot. He's sitting 6th right now. It's Christopher Schizler. And then Brandon Minto in the 920 in 8th place right now with 4 tires. So I feel like getting these guys with 4 tires really could benefit, honestly, even on a 3-lap run. But we got to get there. That's the thing. The cautions are really hurting these guys' chances. They kind of need to go green. And honestly, now would be a good time to go green. So we are going to double them up this time, as the pace lights on the pace car does go out. And I think it hurts him. He's got that little bit of damage. Now the 83, I mentioned fresh tires, he's going to be starting behind that little bit of damaged truck. But you also got to keep in mind wheel spin. We've seen that happen quite a few times on that low side. These guys rolling around picking up that rubber that we had, especially on these older tires. That's something that could be big. The hotter the tires, picking up loose rubber and stuff on the track. And that can be a factor for wheel spin. We've seen it done numerous times where a car pushed the gas and he'll just spin straight out and take out half the field. Unfortunately, I've been the one to do that before. But I've seen it done plenty of times while broadcasting. So hopefully it don't happen, but you just never know. Will we have a different winner? We've had 2 races so far, 2 different winners. As the Ford Mustang pace car gets ready to drop back down pit road. And there it goes. And the green flag is out. Next flag will end this race. Unless it's the white flag, but still. Jack Walls with a big run on the outside. But he's got the 10 right now. He is pushing that 10 of Tim Blum. Here comes the 88, Sean Butler. These guys are 3 wide behind him as well. Butler's got to get there now. As he takes away 2nd place, coming out of turn 4. Butler needs to get to that high line. I feel like that's his only chance, that he's really faster than all these guys. He does clear the 10. 2 laps to go. Will we see a last lap pass? Will we even make it to the last lap? To the inside goes Sean Butler. 18 puts the block. Here comes Butler once again. Looking to the outside now on the 18. Which line will he choose? He's going to go up to the higher line. We've seen him run a little bit higher all night long compared to everybody else. Here comes the run. Looking to the inside. 18 in the wall. 88 to the lead. 10 to try to take over 2nd. Tim Blum will take over 2nd place. Out of turn 4. Sean Butler is going to win the Atlanta 90 for the Redlight Racing Series. As the battle for 3rd, it looks like James Heater will finish in 3rd. What a run by that 88 truck. Andy Lee battles back to finish 4th. James Skelton in 5th. Christopher Schisler will finish in 6th place. Jack Walls finishes in 7th. And the 24 is going to run right in front of the leader. Okay. Not sure what that was, but here's your replay of that. Oh, the brakes locked up or something. Anyway, there's your damage on the trucks, but it is what it is. Sean Butler's still going to be your winner. Hopefully he can do a burnout. What a run by Sean Butler. He got enough to do an extra burnout. Damage it all. He does the burnout. We're going to talk to Sean right now. And even with the damage, Sean Butler's able to do the burnout. We'll pull him in and talk to him now. Hey, Sean, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, not an easy race. One thing I noticed, and I want to ask you this first thing I want to ask you, you was running a completely different line in 1 and 2 compared to everybody else. You moved up really early on, and it seemed like it was working for you. You led 16 laps, but did you find that in the middle of this race? What was the cause for you moving up there?
Yeah, a teammate of mine, DJ, he was saying how he was running up the track a little bit on older tires, so I thought I'd try it on new tires, and it just seemed like that bottom lane just got too hot or something, and it just had way more grip and more speed out there, and obviously it just carried a lot more speed down the straightaway. So I feel bad. It worked out perfectly. I almost timed that right to pass to get it inside of James. I didn't know if he was going to go inside or outside, so I was trying to wait till the last second to do it, and I barely touched him. And he said it's all good, but I just felt bad about that. But all in all, great race.
You was really fast, and something else that I noticed was the fact you did take 4 tires on every stop that you did. That was interesting because everybody in front of you pretty much took 2 tires, or some took no tires. What was your decision on taking 4 tires? Apparently it worked out way better, but what was the decision on taking 4?
During practice and stuff, me and my teammates had tried a couple tires on different strategies, like 10 laps on the tires or something like that, just to see what it would do. And it would run okay when you're by yourself, but I knew being in traffic, you needed that 4 tires to be able to do anything, move around on a track and hold, especially down in 3 and 4. It's so tight down there. You need to be able to hold that bottom and power up off.
Well, a good run tonight, man. Top spot, led 16 laps, but honestly, from where I was sitting, one of the fastest trucks to watch all night. That was fun to watch you because I focused on you there for a long time, even when you was in traffic, when you was running the highline, and it was like a whole nother level, man. So congratulations on that. Big win for you, and now you're set to go into the chase. So anybody you want to give shout-outs to?
Just thanks to my teammates at Need for Speed, and again DJ for painting up all our vehicles and stuff. They look great on the track, and look forward to seeing everyone next week. And thank you, Adam, for doing the broadcast.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much.
Next up, let's bring in Tim Blum. He is in here, so let's bring him in. Hey, Tim, you got me?
Yeah, Adam, how's it going?
Pretty good, man. Overall, it's not a bad finish for you. 2nd place. You started back in 12th. Outcome on tonight, are you satisfied with 2nd tonight?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. A 2nd feels like a win here. I wasn't all that fast in practice and qualifying, and I thought a lot of these guys were faster than me, so just caught some breaks tonight and brought it home in 2nd.
I talked to Sean a few moments ago about his decision to take 4 tires, and ultimately it pays off for him. But you decided to take 2, just like a lot of other guys. What was the decision on doing that? Was that just for track position only, to get you up into the top 5?
Yeah, it worked out just about how I thought it would. There was about 10 to go there, and I thought there'd be one more caution, so two tires could hold them off. But Sean had the best spot, being the first car with 4 tires, so he ended up getting the win. But I think I still played the strategy card right.
Yeah, you needed this, honestly, for the point standings. You kind of needed it because, honestly, last season the chase was very important. I know you didn't get into the main chase last year or whatever, but so far you're not doing too bad. Second place tonight, that'd definitely help you in the points. So anybody you want to give shout-outs to, that was a good run by you.
Yeah, I think the whole family's watching home thanks to you at Trackside Racing. So just want to say hey to them, and I love them. And I guess we're at Iowa next week.
Yeah, Iowa and the Cup cars. How do you feel about heading to Iowa? In the Cup car, especially.
Yeah, that's going to be good. The Cup car, and there's a new build coming out tomorrow, so it should be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be very fun. I'm anxious to see how that affects everything, man. So good run tonight, and go out there and see if you can get it next week, especially at Iowa. That's going to be tough.
Will do. Thanks.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, let's bring in third place, James Heater, who is not in here, I don't think. Wait. No, he is not. So that's going to wrap it up for us here tonight, guys. Here's your results real fast. There's your top 10. Thoughts on the race? It was fantastic. Toyota gets the win here tonight. Tim finished second to Chevrolet. But thoughts on the race? It was fun. A lot of green flag racing at the start of this race. We've seen a lot of cautions. I believe a lot of that was because of the mix in tires, older tires and newer tires. It never works out, honestly. But all in all, you can't complain about the racing. It was good racing. Seen a lot of accidents happen. It wasn't people's faults by any means. But all in all, a fantastic race. Guys, remember, we'll be live tomorrow testing the new build. As soon as the build goes live on the test drive, we'll be going live on our channel here. So we'll be doing that a lot of tomorrow. So thanks again, everybody, for watching. This is broadcast 189 now on this channel, 188 on this channel, on this one. Altogether, it's like the 300th broadcast we've done. So I want to thank everybody again for letting us do this. And as always, another fantastic race by the Redlight Racing guys. They always put a hell of a show on. So thanks, everybody, again. Have a great night, and God bless. Flag is in the air here at New Hampshire. New Hampshire, once this race continues, things can change in an instant at day 7. Thomas Showers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day